the faculty members, and ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure for me to welcome you all on behalf of Department of Civil Engineering, MNIT Jaipur, to 50th 5th Asia and Pacific Young Researchers and Graduate Symposium 2013. We really feel privileged to have each one of you as a part of this international conference. Now I welcome all the dignitaries, and I would like to request Professor R. Nagar, Director MNIT Jaipur, to please present a bouquet to our chief guest, Professor Dev Swarup, and welcome him. Also, I would like to request Professor Sudhir Kumar, Head, Department of Civil Engineering, to please welcome our chief guest. As per our Indian culture and tradition, we would like to invoke blessing of Ma Saraswati, and for that I would like to request all the dignitaries on the dais to please light the lamp and garland the idol of Ma Saraswati. Now, I would like to request Dr. Sandeep Chaudhary, Symposium Chair, to give a brief overview of the conference.
Respected Chief Guest Professor Dev Swarup, Honorable Vice Chancellor, University of Rajasthan, Guest of Honor Professor Nagar, members of the International Steering Committee, dear faculty colleagues, participants, ladies and gentlemen. It's my pleasure to welcome you on the occasion of inaugural ceremony of YRGS 2013. A tremendous development of infrastructure is expected in the Asia-Pacific region in the coming years. The young structural engineers have a crucial role to play in the development in terms of new ideas. The engineers need to interact more often for exchange of ideas, for understanding the problems faced by them, and to help each other by coming out with suggestions and collaborative research. It was found that the research communities of European countries and American countries have many platforms for the young engineers to discuss their ideas. However, before 2009, there was no such formal platform in the Asia and Pacific region for the young structural engineers. Considering this need, the series of the Asia and Pacific Young Researchers and Graduate Symposium was initiated to promote the young structural engineering professionals from academics, research and field practice, and to facilitate knowledge sharing between Asia and Pacific countries. The first YRGS was held in 2009 at Kunsan National University, Korea, second in 2010 at Zhejiang University, China, the third in 2011 at National Taiwan University, Taiwan, and the fourth in 2012 at the Hong Kong Polytechnic University, Hong Kong. The Asian Concrete Federation offered its help in the successful organization of future YRGS from 4th YRGS onwards. Further, they have started 2 awards for the best papers presented during YRGS. YRGS has successfully accomplished the objective of making a collective contribution to the engineering fraternity. During the 4th YRGS, MNIT Jaipur, under the dynamic leadership of Professor I.K. Bhatt, requested the steering committee to consider about holding the 5th YRGS in MNIT Jaipur. The steering committee readily accepted the request of MNIT Jaipur, and thereby the YRGS is being held in India for the first time. The focus of the 5th Asia and Pacific Young Researchers and Graduate Symposium is on the theme Current Challenges in Structural Engineering. 42 papers submitted by young engineers from Australia, China, Egypt, Hong Kong, India, Japan, Korea, Malaysia and Thailand have been accepted. The symposium consists of 2-day technical program. The first day program has 5 technical sessions and the second day program has 3 technical sessions, with one session to be organized jointly with the Asian Concrete Federation. The current challenges being faced in structural engineering in the Asia and Pacific region and the efforts carried out by young researchers to overcome these challenges will be discussed in these sessions. In addition to this, there will be 5 keynote lectures by the distinguished faculty of IITs, NITs and BITS Pilani to encourage and enlighten the young researchers by their thoughts. I hope the symposium will be useful for the young researchers and field engineers.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, you have really said the very right thing. This conference is really a very good platform for young researchers at all around the world at such an international level. Now, I would request Professor Sudhir Kumar to report all the activities of Civil Engineering Department.
Chief guest of today's program, Professor Dev Swarup, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Rajasthan University, Professor Ravindra Nagar, Director in charge of MNIT, Dr. Sandeep Chaudhary, Dr. Bhavna, an eminent professor, godfather we call him in structural engineering, Professor Nagpal, Professor Sinha, other distinguished faculty members, foreign delegates who have taken pain to attend this particular symposia, participants, dear students and young researchers. It is my proud privilege to welcome you all in the Civil Engineering Department, and on the behalf of Civil Engineering Department and on my personal behalf, I express gratitude to Vice Chancellor for sparing his valuable time here so as to motivate the participants. Just to introduce you about the department, we have 4-year bachelor degree course in civil engineering and 5 MTech courses. Our department is committed to create students of international repute where the creativity, innovation and critical thinking are the key aspects we are taking care in order to have outcome of the students in terms of knowledge. Our department is leading in several areas where maybe the waste utilization, the structural stability, dynamic analysis of structures. We have some state-of-art labs in our department like concrete lab, transportation lab, earthquake lab and public health engineering and surveying labs. So we have those equipments, and under the able guidance of Professor I.K. Bhatt, we'll be having several centers as well, which has been committed by some of our alumni. This is one of the departments where we are trying to make the alumni participation in order to make them advisors here in our laboratory and moving ahead with the student activity participants as well. So I would not take much of the time because the chief guest is required to leave early, but the participant will definitely have the exposure of our department activities during the visits in the department, and the delegates who have come from the abroad have explored some of, we were discussing that what type of courses we should run. So it was under the discussion that we should first of all try to explore the kind of areas which are industry need based. And then we try to explore those kind of courses which are relevant to industry or market demand driven courses. Based on that only the curricula should be planned. We are keeping continuum in the curriculum design and making all of our efforts to improve upon and making the syllabi or curricula of international repute. So I'm sure that this kind of interaction with the international organizations will prove to be a fruitful outcome in the department and will have the objectivity to achieve as excellence in technical education in the Department of Civil Engineering. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. To add on, I would like to say that the Department of Civil Engineering, MNIT, is excelling day by day and moving ahead with different universities with international repute. Professor Ravindra Nagar, a senior professor in Civil Engineering Department, has headed Department of Structural Engineering for more than 5 years. Also has been Dean Research and Consultancy for 3 years and presently holding the position of Dean Planning and Development. He has expertise in tall buildings and bridge engineering. and also associated with numerous research and consultancy projects. Now, I would like to invite Professor R. Nagar to give a broad overview of the institute.
Professor Dev Swarup, Vice Chancellor, University of Rajasthan, and our Chief Guest of the occasion. Professor Sudhir Kumar, Deputy Civil Engineering, organizers of the conference, Sandeep and Bhavna. Eminent professors, particularly Professor Nagpal, who has been a friend, philosopher, and guide to me in this institution for a long, long time. Eminent professors of the institute, research scholars of the institute, and the research scholars who have traveled from all over the world to attend this conference, and participants, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Malviya National Institute of Technology, I welcome you all to this conference here, wherein there will be a lot of deliberations amongst researchers who have come in from all over the globe to discuss various aspects of structural engineering. Jaipur is known as the pink city of in the country, is at its greenest, particularly at this time of the year. So this is probably the best time to visit this city, and I hope that the participants will enjoy the visit to Jaipur and remember it for a long time. Malviya National Institute of Technology has completed 15 glorious years of its existence just last year, and we celebrated the whole year. During this year, we have made conscious efforts to change this institution from primarily a teaching institution to teaching and research institute. And a lot of efforts have been put in to bring in the manpower, the human resources, as well as the physical resources or physical infrastructure. The faculty strength, we have added 50 faculty members. We are continuously doing that. We have added a lot of space in terms of physical infrastructure. And as you move around the campus, you will realize that there are a lot of activities which are currently on and they are going on. One of the very important things that we have been able to establish, particularly from the point of view of research, is the Material Research Center, and Professor Banerjee is here, who has been instrumental in doing it. It has some of the state-of-art equipment, scanning electron microscopes, transmission electron microscopes of very high resolutions, and several equipments which will establish this institute as a center of research, particularly in the area of material science. My experience of attending conferences, and particularly in the area of civil engineering, has been, I've seen a complete transformation from 2 decades ago. The emphasis was on analysis, and because of the research in analysis, a lot of software tools were developed which have actually helped the country in bringing up structures which are much safer. Engineers now understand structures much better than they did earlier. They got software tools. The proliferation of these software tools have gone down right to the village level. Almost a lot of people can use these tools. So excellent research, there is real impact of the research is taking place. But more and more, we now realize that the emphasis of the center of gravity is shifting on the other areas of structural engineering, and one of the key areas being the material science. As I scanned through the papers that are going to be presented here, I realized that there are a lot of papers which are being presented which deal directly with the material. And structural engineers maybe have understood that materials is also that area, and it is the material side which needs to be strengthened, studied or understood, particularly the area of concrete, which is so extensively used material by structural engineers but least understood. So I am extremely happy that these deliberations will take place. Structural engineering touches and improves the lives of the people in the ways that all of us understand. I hope this will be an extremely meaningful conference for the postgraduate young researchers. Once again, I welcome you all to the city of Jaipur. Enjoy your stay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. MNIT, formerly MREC, in its 50th glorious year, has emerged as one of the leading NITs in terms of research, academics, and co-curricular activities. Professor Dev Swarup, although he do not need any kind of introduction, but still, I would like to say that Professor Dev Swarup is presently the Vice Chancellor of University of Rajasthan. Coming from a very successful academic background, educationist, administrator, and policy planner, Professor Dev Swarup has PhD and DLiP in social sciences. He has held the position of Joint Secretary, UGC, and contributed in policy formation in higher education with special focus on internationalization of higher education. Not only has he involved in various exchange programs, but also represented the country on various visits to the academic institutes at USA, Canada, Germany, etc. Professor Dev Swarup, with his never-ending list of achievements, is moving ahead with all the initiatives to take the university onwards to regain its traditional eminence, academic excellence, and glory. So, I would like to invite Professor Dev Swarup to please enlighten us with his valuable thoughts.
Professor Nagar, Professor Sudhir Kumar ji, Dr. S. Chaudhary, Bhavna ji, and distinguished dignitaries. It's an honor to me to be here today. And when I was sitting here, I was just thinking that man is born free, but he is everywhere in chains. This is the quotation of some eminent scholar, I don't remember. And the chains are the chains of self-regulation, self-discipline. I am sorry I have certain limitations because selection committee meetings are in the process. So that's why I have to leave early, otherwise I would have been for more time here. I am indeed fortunate again to mention that during my stay in the University Grants Commission, my involvement in various policy formulations, and particularly the involvement when these RECs were converted into deemed universities, then subsequently the National Institute of Technology. I visited few of the RECs that time, Raurkela, Jamshedpur, Durgapur, and few others. And I am very happy to see, because I have seen some of the other NITs in the last 6-7 months, it's a matter of great pleasure and happiness that MNIT has its own place in the academic world, especially the technical education. So compliments for that outstanding achievement made by MNIT. During my UGC and now as Vice Chancellor, I think that what is the role of the academic institutions? How academic institutions can shape up the future of young generations? Is there any substitute of class teaching? Is there any substitute of face-to-face or one-to-one learning process? Science and technological advancements may say that yes, substitutes are there. But in my opinion, such occasions where people come together, they understand each other. This understanding converts into a resource and then a long-term relationship which contributes for the well-being of all those who participate in that process is the real society and the real purpose of the education which is being served through all such deliberations and occasions. These young researchers, young scientists, and particularly getting into the academic institution, coming in contact with the senior faculty, these are some of the activities, some of the aspects of not only learning, rather shaping up the entire personality of a student. In the universities like Rajasthan or some other state universities where the number of students is huge may not be possible, but in the institution of like MNIT and some other institutions of national importance, it is being done, and it is being done in the utmost professional manner at this institution. It is a